From 23dB Production Studios in the Garden State, New Jersey, this is The Art of Music Tech with your hosts, Fela and Dennis.
Let's go, and welcome to the Art of Music Tech podcast. I'm your host, Fela, and my co-host, Dennis.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Fela, how you doing?
I'm doing great. As usual, we're staying afloat as a small company, but doing some great gigs. So, yeah. So the great gig we kind of did recently, you also heard the podcast a few weeks ago. Was our podcast with Christian McBride. The cool thing is we also got to record for a project, record him on bass for a project that we're working on for our own music. So it was
in his living room.
Yeah, in his living room, mobile style. You know, that's what we're known for, mobile recording.
Pajamas
so,
and
yeah, you can stay in your
sleepers.
pajamas there. So while we record, it's really cool. It's
as comfortable as possible.
Exactly. We just show up with our stuff, and he shows up with his.
Yeah, that particular week, I think we had to travel with that rack like a few times, right? I think we did a session with Swiss on Monday, then we did a live recording on Thursday.
Yep. I think we did
and then a Thursday before we did a podcast and a recording with Christian.
Yeah. It was a busy couple of weeks. So yeah, we'll kind of get into that. We look forward to debuting that musical event later. We're still working on it, but yeah, it's coming out really cool. Yeah, we'll go over again the equipment that we used on his recording, which is of course Focusrite, Claret.
Yeah, they're good for travel purpose too. I mean, they sound great in the studio too for recording or post-production. But they work fine on the road too.
Now, yeah.
Take them to Brooklyn. We bring it. Even though Swiss got his own Focusrite setup now, so when we go to his house, we still bring, because he got a setup in his house too. He teaches. You know, he can record. We did a recording for a client, for another client at his house.
Yeah.
Chicago scene.
Yeah, in the Chicago scene. Jay Ivy. He's done some stuff with Kanye and people like that. So, yeah. Looking forward to being able to let you guys hear that as well.
Yeah, Swiss recorded drums, percussions. Then we did some triggers too, to make it sound heavy on the kick drum.
Oh, yeah. He loves a heavy kick.
Heavy kick drum. He was asking me, you didn't use a sub kick. But, you know, that's his setup. 18-inch kick and using Yamaha sub kick mic for that.
Yep, and he loves triggering 909s and 808s.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's just how, how he...
That's
how
his
he
sound.
rolls.
Yeah.
That's his sound. And of course, bunch of great snares for that particular recording. You got piccolos, you got those $3,000 snares that just,
yeah. Arnie Lang.
You can tune them back and forth.
Yeah.
Arnie Lang is a...
Shout out to Arnie Lang percussion. Lang percussion, rather.
He's the master.
Yeah, Arnie Lang is, yeah.
His recent drum collection, I mean, the metal snare.
Yeah.
And Swiss said it sounds pretty good too. So yeah, if you're into custom-made, drums or instruments, Arnie Lang is definitely...
Lang percussion.
Lang percussions. Amazing, just above amazing.
Oh, yeah. Arnie Lang was also in the New York Philharmonic for like over 30 years.
I think Swiss said
40. Yeah. So it just, yeah.
A skill set and knowledge
Yeah, very cool guy to talk to too. So,
Exactly, down to earth. But as far as recording with Swiss, I mean, he doesn't like a lot of overheads. Like he said, "Give me a kick, snare, and head. That's it. I don't like overheads."
yeah, not into the cymbal game. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though he uses few rides and crashes.
Yeah, but nothing with a crazy sustain. Everything is very
Short, right?
short and choppy, and that's what he plays, just chops. So
And that particular recording, he did some drums, some percussions. He's a great in the percussion department too.
yeah, conga,
Conga.
bongo, all types of African drums.
Yeah, some synth claps too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a nice mix of different things. I, again, can't wait to hear the final product. And again, we're gonna definitely reshare. So look for that.
Yeah, we did because 3 days before we did recording with Christian, so we had to record drums with Swiss afterwards. But that's cool because you get to record Christian at his house,
Yeah.
and why not? Yeah, we always have great conversations.
Exactly.
A
Oh
lot.
yeah.
That I mean, it's fun. It's fun, great energy, and you get to learn from the master too. And the way he plays his instrument and bass and upright bass is just on totally different level. If you're a musician, yeah, that's where you want to go
Exactly. Exactly.
with your instrument. But he's a great composer too. He's like, you give him music and he'll play. He'll play. What do you want me to play? He's like, okay. You want me to give you another one? No, that take was cool. I was like, all right, cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, that one particular joint he played. He did one take on the upright bass, and that particular tune was recorded in 432, and I think his bass sounded even bigger and rounder in 432 instead of 440. The regular tuning, as far as like string instruments,
Yeah.
if you're into that, yeah, it sounded a lot bigger and warmer to me. The upright bass.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. It did. Can't wait to hear it. Let everybody hear those tracks. It's different sounding. So.
And your trumpet laps
Yep.
sounds
Well,
insanely good on his upright bass.
Oh yes, yeah. That's the mic. I also use the Nadine upright bass mic on the ear trumpet. That's what I use on the road, as well as the Phoenix preamp EQ unit, and I'll go straight into the house with that, and then also split into the amp, and that's more of his monitor, but wow, it sounded great even on this recording as well. The same setup in a recording setup. It's just as nice either way.
Clarity and then a certain amount of color through the Phoenix, but it's not crazy. Which I like about Focusrite too. The ISA2 preamps there, they add a certain amount of color, but not too much. You still hear the transparency and the actual acoustic instrument. Because upright bass is an acoustic instrument. You don't really need to have an amp for that.
Yeah.
Couple great mics and preamps for recording upright bass, I think is good enough. And
Yeah. I mean, we also use the condenser as well, a Lewitt.
440 pure, which is, I mean, we just got it recently too.
Yeah.
That's another great mic. Yeah.
So we had close miking, which the Ear Trumpet Labs Nadine literally sits on the strings via a shock mount on the microphone. Pretty cool design, and it never moves. Which is great for live. And then also having the 440 pure on the giving it a little distance gives you another flavor. So, and then we also had the Epiphany um,
Yeah, bass cap.
output bass cab. So we also had a direct as well. So yeah,
For electric bass,
For-
yeah.
yeah.
Electric bass was that's a necessity
yeah,
for electric bass. Well, I mean, when you record in the studio, why not?
yeah.
You mic it, but
Yeah, we
take
had
a DI.
plenty of channels. We had 8 channels to deal with the basses, so it was good to have choices and not be confined to just 2 in a recording situation. It's a little bit it's better for a live situation to have the 2 option, but having that third option of something further away from the instrument can be beneficial to your mix in the long run. So.
Yes, indeed. And with Swiss Chris, the same thing with Swiss Chris. I mean, those ISA and Phoenix and Focusrite stuff. I mean, you pack it in the rack and you travel around the town, record great musicians for Chicago cats.
Yeah.
And send those files via WeTransfer or Google Drive, Dropbox. And I mean, that's the way you can do gigs now.
Yeah.
Back in
And
6
add
years
in a
ago,
touch of PayPal with that as well. It all works out.
it all works out. It makes everybody happy.
Exactly.
Yeah, the thing is with Swiss Chris, his he uses Arnie Lang drums, the floor tom, rack tom, and that 18-inch kick.
Yeah, the Brooklyn Tags.
Brooklyn Tags.
Set.
If you tune that kit right, it sounds just a
Yeah.
beast.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, he's definitely he knows how to tune drums, and yeah, we did a couple takes and he didn't really like it, but I mean, the final take was just, that was it.
Oh yeah.
He did the whole song top to bottom.
Yeah, he was feeling it.
He was feeling it. And working with Swiss Chris, right, you learn all the time too.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do the same exact thing you were doing last week or a month ago. You're doing same exact thing, but somehow you get knowledge. Each one teach one.
Oh yeah, his saying.
He's saying it came from him.
Well, no, but I mean, I think it's an African proverb, but yeah, he says that saying a lot, and he lives it. And what's better than that? He's a great musician and friend. That we love to work with all the time. So.
Yes, and on top of that, we want to.
Oh, and also I want to give him a shout out for his drum lesson, his drum book, Modern Drum Sticking. Check that out on Amazon. Just type in Swiss Chris. His book will pop up. It's been on the top of Amazon education for a minute. Like it was like number 1 for a little bit.
And reviewed by some heavy cats too.
Yeah, really good book. So check him out. We'll
He
have
teaches
a
at
link.
Berkeley.
Yep, he does the summer sessions in Berkeley. So yeah, we'll also have a link to his stuff as well.
Yeah, and we've done a couple of workshops together too.
Yeah, oh yes.
I mean, that's another, reason to, each one apply, each one teach one,
Yeah, we got videos from that stuff too on our YouTube channel, which under 23DV Productions YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Check
we got
us
a couple
out,
of videos
subscribe.
from workshops.
Yeah.
And yeah, we wanted to talk about some software, some free software as well. We met, now they call themselves SoundBridge, but they used to call themselves Lumit Audio.
Yep.
They were under Artist Relations 3 years ago, right? When the first
An endorsement company that
yeah.
we
Endorse
worked
Expo.
Yep.
We met them at Endorse Expo 3 years ago. But their software was based
Was PC based.
PC based, exactly. No Mac. But recently, yeah, they changed the name to SoundBridge and
Yeah, rebranded, and now
rebranded.
they're available on Mac as well, and we downloaded.
Yeah, for free. Yeah, you can get a recording editing software for free, and it comes with some software instruments, plugins, and some editing tools. I didn't really see a lot, but for amount of amount of tools they give out for free.
Oh yeah, compared to Audacity, which
Yeah, that's
this
pretty
really
basic.
kicks tail to me, you know. So when you don't have money, you want to really get into this, but don't know where to start.
Yes, you can get VST3 plugins
Yeah,
online. You can get bunch of free plugins for this particular DAW as well. And I mean, why not? If you're a student, why spend $1,000 on Pro Tools and iLock
uh,
and other plugins?
well, yeah, and DAWs,
Hmm
even Logic. I mean,
Logic is still like
yeah,
300 and
yeah,
$30.
exactly. So just in our theory of start where you're at, check out SoundBridge if you don't have
And I mean,
money
we're
to
planning to use
invest in that.
SoundBridge for podcasts. I mean,
Yeah,
see what it's doing. I mean, I'm
exactly.
down to try different and just to learn different software. I mean, helps to create something different because and they're all different. Like editing film, video, Premiere and Final Cut. They're both great, but but they're different in their own world, and they have their own cool things built in.
Yeah,
Only thing I didn't like about Adobe is subscription. I still don't like subscriptions. And with Slate, subscriptions is great, but you get to deal with an iLock. Nah. That's not for me, but it doesn't mean it's bad.
yeah.
It's still great.
hmm
So the same thing with Adobe. That's why I think we use Final Cut and Logic for editing, right?
Yeah,
Video or audio.
yeah,
And even recent videos we've done with NBA champion
yeah. John Warren.
John Warren.
Yeah, we got to do some video for his family, and it's been pretty cool.
Yeah,
Being
really
able to
get
tell stories with videos as well as with audio. So
but you tell those stories with certain cuts. How you cut the audio video too. How do you put the certain slides to a certain beat, background music, and those are levels and fades, crossfades on audio tracks, and you have to be able to transfer audio back into Logic and edit audio back into Final Cut,
yeah,
and
yeah, and
and
it's
having your own workflow too,
yeah,
seeing what works for you.
the other thing, like we do a lot of social media stuff, is like figuring out what's the correct audio formats for the different social media
Because
platforms. So
they're on their own
Facebook
terms.
has a different platform from mostly every of the other platforms. It's just different. You have to kind of cater your audio towards it
I think it has to be
completely.
44K in
Yeah,
order to sound clean. If you
yeah.
upload 48, it sounds
Sounds
bad.
weird. It sounds
I'd
super
rather
weird.
share YouTube link on Facebook, but you don't get
As many views
views or yeah.
as far as your marketing is
But paying
concerned.
attention exactly by the time you get all the all the files in all the right formats for even 2-3 different platforms, it takes 2-3 hours between editing, rendering, and and doing revisions too,
Yeah,
because you're doing revision, and I mean, which we do, and editing certain parts, and again transferring files back and forth. But that's what it is for everybody,
yeah,
whether you do video or audio editing.
Yeah, yeah. The video thing we've been doing a lot more of. We'll talk more on that as well and how that works with audio in future episodes. So yeah, I think that brings us to tip of the day.
The 23dB Career Tip of the Day, next on the Art of Music Tech podcast.
Career tip of the day: use the free tools that are out there audio wise. We just mentioned SoundBridge, and there are also free plugins that you could use with that platform as well that could help it out even more. So get an inexpensive interface and start making some noise.
Yeah, you can get quality recordings nowadays with, inexpensive gear. You get great quality, which I'm glad, we live in 21st century where everything is accessible. So guys, please utilize tools and know that, with a little bit more of research and homework, you can get free software, you can get, free programs, you can get free tools to, make your life easier in general.
Yeah. And then creating this into a business for you. So, all right. I believe that's it. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. Please share, download, listen to us via YouTube, iTunes, Facebook, follow us, IG, Twitter, all of that good stuff. We got links in the bottom to everything we talked about. Thank you for tuning in. Let's go.
Let's go.
For more information of booking 23dB Productions, visit their website at 23dbproductions.com. Like and follow 23dB Productions at Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter for the latest work.